for enlightenment, look no further. I got you covered. What is up, big babes? Welcome back to a new video, new vibes on my YouTube channel. You're always welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Keionna, for those of you who don't know. And as always, please make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel, like this video to better help the channel grow, and click the notification bell to join the notification crew. Today, I'm going to be sharing all of the spirituality, self-improvement, self-help, whatever you want to call them, books that I'm going to be reading because I'm extremely dedicated to my continual growth and evolution and ascension as a human being here on this planet Earth. Really been meaning to get this video out to you guys for a very long time now because I've accumulated so many new self-help books since my last self-improvement video that I posted in 2019. And you guys know that self-help is really my thing. I'm really into mental health and spirituality and just becoming a better me one day at a time. I'm also a big advocate for sharing different self-help books with other readers who also like that genre as well and who are aware of their own spiritual journeys, and also that I can learn and gain knowledge and wisdom from as well. So let's get started. The first book that I have here is Calm the Up Down by Sarah Knight, and this author has a whole series of self-help books, and I've never heard anything about this book prior to receiving it. It was actually a gift, and I read the first 20 pages of the book, but I had to stop reading it because I was moving. From what I do know about this book is it helps with anxiety. So if you struggle with anxiety, negative thoughts, or just being too anxious or like paranoid in certain situations, then this is a really great book for you. This book is really good for me because I'm not really the type of person to freak out externally, but rather a paralyzing internal panic would take over and I'd really just have to calm the F down. So I got that book, and I really like this, how cute this book is. It's so small, and I really like the font with like the different sizes and colors and everything like that. I think that's really cute. You can also find this book at an Urban Outfitters, also where I got this jacket, and it kind of matches. If you're searching for enlightenment, look no further. I got you covered. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is an incredible and wonderful book. I really love this book. I recently finished reading this book, so I am so excited to finally be able to talk to you guys about this. This discussion might be a little long, so I've left timestamps in the description bar down below if you want to move on and revisit this book later, because it is a very deep spiritual book that has seen a lot of praise. I was so happy to get a copy of this book because I feel like every spiritual leader or person should read this book at least once. It's an incredible book that assists with lasting inner transformation, true peace, and liberating us from our minds. So it's a very special book to me because of that. This book cuts straight to the chase, so it is a very rewarding read, and it is a treasure of a gem to all of those who come into contact with it because there is literally insight on every page, and this book influences its readers to practice meditation and stillness. I recommend this book for all ages, but I really encourage my adult viewers to read this book because it is a huge stress reliever. There's only 10 chapters in this book. They're fairly long chapters, but I really like the fact that it's only 10 chapters because I feel like it makes it so much more manageable to read. As I started to read this book, I really started to feel like I became in tune with the book. Have you ever read something and feel like you were becoming in tune with what you were reading? Like something would happen or something would appear that necessarily wasn't there before, and then like you get like new ideas and new feelings that I feel like this book would be responsible for. So I really love this book because of that, especially because I know that it's working. It's a really great book for parents to teach their children the power of now. I'm a mom, so I feel like this book is really great in general for parents. I believe I'm a more enlightened being now because of this book, and I wish that I want books like this to be more widely spread and accessible to all people. I think it's truly a gift that the author Eckhart Tolle has to be able to put into words and articulate the phenomenons that this book reveals to its readers. Eckhart Tolle is also the author of A New Earth, and this book is definitely the type of book that you would want to sticky tab, highlight, and annotate. So I definitely definitely made sure to take thorough notes on this book, and you might want to keep highlighters on deck if you're going to read this book too. Overall, this book is super encouraging for all of us to show up for ourselves, and I pray that this book empowers you to take charge of your own life. This next book is for all of my money conscious people out there. You Are a Baddie at Making Money, Master the Mindset of Wealth by Jen Sincero. Sure, by now we all know You Are a Badass, that big, bright, yellow book by Jen Sincero. This is the big, bright, green book. This book already has 4 words in the title that I love: money, master, mindset, wealth. So just that combination of words right there in the title, I already know that I'm gonna love this book. The Heart of the Soul by Gary Zukav is another recommendation that my sister talked about, and from what she told me, she said that it's a lot about our emotions and being aware of our emotions, and also how our emotions affect how we navigate through life. I thought this book would be a really good book for me because I'm a very emotional person. I'm very emotionally intelligent and fluid, and I just felt like, why not get a book that will help me understand my emotions and I can use them to my own benefit? So I feel like this is going to be a really great time. This next book is a full circle moment for me and my channel, The Seed of the Soul by Gary Zukav. I am so excited to be talking about this book with you guys again and rereading it because, as some of you may know, this is the very first book that I've ever done a review for on YouTube. So this is a very special book to me, and it really means a lot to me. It's a really great spiritual book highlighting a few polarities within humanity, expanding and broadening our horizons to the multi-sensory perception and furthering the evolution of the human species. It's a fiction book, and I have to remind myself of that sometimes, but it's a little scientifical and also very spiritual. It has been 7 whole years since I've read this book, and it really doesn't even feel that long, but wow, it's just amazing to just sit down and reflect about how far I've come since reading this book and all the things that I was able to learn and take away from reading it. Really a great book, and if I haven't already encouraged you before to read this book, I'm definitely encouraging you now to read it with me. Women Who Run with the Wolves by Clarissa Pinkola Estes. I think this is a very classic spiritual slash self-help book for women, and I'm really excited to read this book because I'm really into spiritual books that are for women lately. I feel like this book is going to be a little bit more complex than all of the others because it integrates multiple cultures by compiling stories and fairy tales, and many of them from that of the author's very own traditions. I feel like this book will be a really great book for our book club, so comment down below if you think that this book should be one of our upcoming monthly book club picks. The next book is Atomic Habits by James Clear, and this is a more up-to-date modern self-help book. It was published in 2018, and I've seen so many people like in real life reading this book. Like, I used to take the train to my job sometimes, and I would see people on the train reading this book and like all over Instagram and social media, and then I read up on this book, and it sounded really good and exactly like what I need. I cannot wait to start this book. The more that I think about it, the more I just want to start reading it right now. It's about how to set better habits for yourself, and I'm definitely the type of person that likes to embrace change, especially if that means that it'll improve my life overall. The last book is The 4 Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. This is actually a reread for me. I just threw this in here for good measure because sometimes when you read self-help, it tends to hit a little bit different the second time. As I recall, I really enjoyed reading this book. It was a breeze to read. It was super easy, and I love the simple and plain formatting of this book. It was put into terms that every reader could understand, and I really appreciate that about this author's books. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you made it to the very end, you are a real one, and leave me a white heart emoji to let me know that you guys are here. I'm about to go have dinner, so I will see you guys in my next video. Until next time, bye.